During the 1990s, real hip-hop was underground because the mainstream censored hip-hop. There was no YouTube, no World Star, no Smack DVD, no Basketball Wives, no Love and Hip-Hop. Hip-hop was on cable TV like Yo MTV Raps or Rap City or Video Music Box. There was even a cable station in suburban Plainfield, New Jersey. We had TV shows that played video shows too, like In Tune and Video Clubhouse, but they were all censored. In public, you would see a sanitized version of the way we were really living.
Yo, what's up? It's Kurt Nice for Video Clubhouse once again, and we here with the pioneer himself, Ralph McDaniels, Video Music Box. What's up, man?
Nothing, everything's cool, man. Just chilling out tonight with Motown. Big shout out to my girl Erica Riggs.
The things we saw and participated in every day were much more raw and uncensored. That was the underground, and that was real hip-hop. Now, as we recorded our little cable show in New Jersey, our proximity to NYC and the birthplace of hip-hop put us in the lap of greatness at the most pivotal time in the culture, which was the golden era of the 1990s. We captured all the underground rawness, and though we had a platform on cable, couldn't show what we really wanted to show. We wanted to show unsigned artists in their natural habitat, on their block or backstage. There was a rarely explored street culture of bootleg entrepreneurs, strip clubs, barbershops, and bodegas everywhere around us that many people had not really seen yet. Shades of Hip Hop video mixtapes became that outlet. On our video mixtapes, you saw all that and then some.
To the streets, so we made underground tape, Shades of Hip
Shades
Hop.
of hip hop, niggas. Early bars, shades of hip hop.
Nothing but that real shit, nigga.
Well, let me just to break down the concept. I mean, we do
Yeah,
like
Shades of Hip Hop.
behind the scenes tape, like you said. It's an underground tape. We do performances, interviews. We show videos, but we also show remixes,
Fuck videos.
uncut versions, uncensored versions.
Coming to
Original,
us, like
just
you, nigga.
MCs in the street, unsigned, rhyming, you know what I'm saying, on location, wherever they be at, on the blocks or whatever. We show social events like
Yo,
the
hood,
Freak
nigga.
in Atlanta, like the Puerto Rican Day Parade in New York.
Freak
We
Fest,
show
that's Black
just
Park.
different social events in Black youth culture. And
That's how we
we've
do
been
it.
able, because we have that flavor, we've been able to touch a lot of different areas.
We were the first to repeatedly use video remixes in order to put the curses back into the censored music videos we got from the record companies. In the bootleg video world, anything goes. So for the films our mixtapes circulated with, rawness was a way to be taken seriously. It was a way to separate from the mainstream drivel. On television, you would never see an actual rhyme cipher of MCs rapping in a circle. Because the inability of rappers to self-censor would have producers in the editing room trying to figure out how to cut out hundreds of foul language references. It was all just a waste of time to most producers and even to us, so we didn't censor it either. Instead, we just played it. It was our way of speaking truth to power. It was a much grander mission of having a platform where we could just say anything we wanted to say without having to be censored. Independent video gave us that freedom for the first time.
Flashbacks when I was young, I was laughed at. Here's the facts, I had to stash cracks and my ass cracked. And here's some cats get shot and some cats get smacked. That's 'cause these niggas get crazy and they don't know how to fucking act. Phone check. Dude, get the fuck off the jack. Got a stash box for the Mac and the baby blue act. Trying to find out where you rest at so I could run up the knack. Blast the gap, went off with your stack. I'm on it like that, I'm living like that, I'm eating like that. Taking that cheese, that's the way it is, man. And it's like
It was the change of video that helped that as well. With the video age taking shape and the camera resolution increasing throughout the 1990s, video enthusiasts like myself could find work in our spare time shooting wedding videos, fashion shows, and talent shows. Now, at this time, just before the digital revolution, our independent video documentary footage was the closest thing to the modern day word on the street. There was no social media at that time. That was about 10 years away still. People used regular mail a lot and fax machines. To see a home video, you had to go to the local bootleg movie dealer or hope your local video store had a cult film section. This was when most people had landlines and pagers, or beepers as they were fondly known as back then. The iPhone age was still almost 20 years away. There was no such thing as camera phones. We were the first to capture hip-hop in a visual, uncensored, underground street format in a musical documentary and distributed independently across the United States. Our efforts were highlighted in the second issue of XXL magazine in November of 1997. The connection to Plainfield and Shades of Hip Hop is obvious. Shades of Hip Hop was born in Plainfield. The idea was nurtured and spread out from there, just as the influence of The Message, DJ Cheese, and Parliament did in the years in the past. DJ Cheese was also the audio mix provider on Shades Volume 5 and 6, CDS and the Goodness. Over the years, Shades captured some iconic moments in hip-hop, most notably the Round Table Cypher, featuring Big Pun, DMX, Cannabis, Mos Def, John Forte, and Mike Geronimo. Many true school hip-hoppers have seen at least part of that tape, which is still bootlegged heavily today. Now, as of last year, in April of 2014, WorldStar decided to play the footage again, like they normally do, every once in a while, and in 36 hours it got over 300,000 hits. So that just shows that footage that we created almost 20 years ago is still relevant to some hip-hoppers today, and it's still causing ripple effects in hip-hop. The conclusion is, if one life irrevocably changes the path of other lives, how much did Plainfield shape hip-hop history? What if there was some way to measure the ripple effect on life in hip-hop, just like in that Jimmy Stewart movie, It's a Wonderful Life? We will be able to see how the message changed the way MCs rapped. We will be able to see how many DJs were influenced by what DJ Cheese did in the DMC's first World Championship competition. What would hip-hop sound like without the influence of the West Coast G-Funk? And what direction might hip-hop have gone in without the small, gentle nudge of Shades of Hip-Hop video mixtape documentaries? How many hip-hoppers were influenced to create new hip-hop after watching a Shades of Hip-Hop tape? We know, for instance, that Alchemist and Mobb Deep watched Shades of Hip-Hop Time to Shine in 1997, and then in 1998 created a song for Mobb Deep featuring Cool G Rap called The Realest.
The undisputed.
See, this is where y'all think this comes from.
For street niggas living with their lives on the line.
For young guns coming up during these times.
For police who find drugs letting niggas slide.
For niggas out slinging like 4 in the night.
For your man's not snitching when the pressure is tight.
For pistols that don't jam when it's time to strike.
For bootleg liquor on a Sunday night.
This be the realest shit you heard in your life.